Hey, what is going on? So, last time we did these two piles of computers in the back, and I'm just looking at them, and I think I need to switch them. I think this pile should go over here, and I think this pile should go over here. I just think it would fit. I just think it would fit the negative space around my character better. So that's the first thing we're gonna do this time. So let me turn that one off. And I'm just gonna flip this one. Where am I going? And I'm gonna bring this one over here. Turn that one on. Nah. And I'm gonna flip that one. Where'd I go? There it is. Flip that one over here. All right, there we go. All right, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some screens to all these monitors back here. I don't know if I'm gonna put screens in every single one of the monitors, but I'll have to just see how it looks. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna clip out every single one of these screens, and it's gonna be a pain in the butt. So to do that, first I'm just gonna turn off all these layers so I can see what I'm doing. So I'll start off with this one. I'm just gonna move it out. I'm gonna turn off all the darkening effects. Gonna make a path. Start pathing these all out. The zoom out. Did I miss any? No, that's all of them. Okay. So I'm gonna make a selection, and I'm gonna make a new group inside that group called screens. That's not how you spell screens. Screens. And I'm just going to make a mask. And then I'm gonna reselect that, and I'm just gonna copy all of our screens and paste them in. All right. So now all of our screens are separate. So now let me just go into, there it is, my screenshots. Got a bunch of different screenshots here, so start picking some of these. Right, go with the red Sonia first. Just put her like right there. And I'm not going to spend too much time worrying about getting these to line up perfectly, just get them to look good enough. That's fine. All right, let's go back to our screens, and let's just go down the line here. All right. Vampirella over here. Look at that, that's freaky. That is freaky. Alright, I think that's all of them. Yep, that is all of them. And I'm just going to merge all of those just to make it simple. So let me take the screens layer, just duplicate that. And let's see. Let's put that on multiply. I want to get some of this kind of dirt and grime that's on the screens. I want to get it back on top of those screenshots. So try putting that in multiply. Just turn down the saturation of that. Let's try doing another one on screen. Let's see how that looks. Alright, so let's turn everything back on and move that over. See how that looks. See if I want to keep all those screens turned on or not. I'm not sure. Oh. Don't get laggy on me. Come on. Come on. So let's do the same thing for the other pile. Let's turn all that off. Bring this pile to the center to make it easier to work with. Make a new path. And let's just start clipping these screens out. There's a screen right there. I'm not sure if I want to bother clipping that out or not, though. Yeah, there's less screens over here. I'm not sure if you're going to see. Is that a screen? What is that? Oh, it is, but it's like broken. Let's do this one. That should be enough of that. Alright, so let's make a selection and let's make a new group. Call that screens. So I'm going to copy the screens. I'm going to make a clipping mask. Alright, so let's start dragging in some more screenshots. Let's get this one. Put this one up top. Not even sure if you're going to see this one because it's so low, but whatever. Okay, good enough. Just got our screens all placed in. And again, I'm just going to merge these just to make it simple on myself. You know, I kind of like that bluish greenish tinge that some of these have. me try something. Just get like a blue-green color. Just paint that in. Like put that in like soft light. I kind of like that. Let's keep that. And let's do that to these over here. So let's go back into our screens over here, make a new layer, paint that in, do like a soft light, make that a little more blue. Yeah, I like that. I like that little greenish blue kind of cast over it. Let's turn everything back on. And just put this back where it goes. Right about there. Oh, so you do see that bottom screen. Good. So it wasn't a waste. All right, cool. So let's just zoom out here. And I think now I'm gonna add in some clouds in the background, like some sky. And I'm gonna start laying in some kind of a smoky mist between the foreground and the background. Let's grab some sky. Let me close that out. I don't need that anymore. So let's grab some sky pictures over here. Select that, paste that in. And you know what, let's try to flip that because I think it'll work better with my composition. Yeah, it's better. The cloud, the light in the clouds kind of follow my arm up, so that actually works out really well. I think I'm just gonna turn that down to a little bit. And let's make a new fill layer. Adjust that color. You know, my Photoshop's getting kind of laggy here, so I'm gonna open this up in a different version of Photoshop that hopefully won't be so bad. Let me just save this, and then we'll switch it out. All right, so I opened this up in a older version of Photoshop because the other version was just getting kind of laggy and it was getting a little frustrating. So let's get back to our sky. And I'm going to take this sky image again, the one I already pasted in, but I'm going to put it on screen, and I'm going to make it a little smaller because I want to get a nice little light source right behind my head and my shoulders, because that's going to be like the main focal point of the image. Here, I'll zoom out. Yeah, like the main focal point is going to be like right there. So I want a nice bright spot right behind my head. So let me go to my levels, and I'll just pump up those brights a little more and turn down the darks. And just kind of fade that a little bit more. I don't like this kind of weird. See that right there? It's kind of weird looking. I want to get rid of that. So I'm just gonna paint those out. And I'm gonna adjust the color on that color layer I have. Make it a little more blue. All right, cool. I'm gonna make a new layer and just gonna take some white and I'm gonna paint just around these kind of mounds back here. Maybe putting that on like a lighten. And I'm just gonna turn that down. Maybe like soft light, actually. Yeah. Just want a very subtle white highlight around these computers, just to kind of punch them forward from the sky, just a little bit. All right, so let me put that in a group. Just call that sky. And let's go back to this mist layer I painted in a while ago. Just gonna turn that off for now. And make a group called mist. And let's grab some smoky mist pictures. Let's grab this one. Rotate it to about like right there. That's good. Put it on screen. And let's blur that out a little bit as well. Put a clipping mask on that, and I'm just gonna fade that out a little bit so it's not so bright. All right, so next I wanna take these two piles of computer monitors and I just want to screen them back a little bit, just so they're not so prominent. Right now they're a little too dark, they're a little too prominent, so I just want to get them in the background more. I think I'm just going to take the opacity of the entire thing and just turn it down a little bit, for starters. Maybe down to 80. Let's do the same over here. It's 80. And let's put a clipping mask on the whole group. And I'm just going to kind of fade the bottom a little bit. And do the same over here. Put a mask on the entire group and just screen it back. Keeping the top pretty much intact, but just screening the bottom. Let's zoom out and see how that looks. I think I'm gonna add a little more mist and smoke down here. Not too much, just a little bit. So let's like stretch that to fit where I want it. Put it on screen. And let's go to our levels and just bring the blacks over. Turn the opacity down a little bit. And let's mask it off a little bit over here. And a little bit over here. Alright, that's looking pretty cool. I gotta admit, that's looking pretty cool. I definitely like how it's turning out. My eye keeps getting drawn to this little piece of garbage right there. It's too bright and it's too big, and I think I either need to just darken it up or just get rid of it completely. So let's play with that. Yeah, maybe just totally get rid of it. See, you really don't. Yeah, I definitely think it's better without it. It's just kind of distracting, and I don't need it. But the problem is now this piece is kind of just awkwardly cut off, so let's put a mask on that and just kind of get rid of that. Hopefully I can fade this off and not make it look too awkward. Move it over a little bit. But maybe I can use this piece like somewhere else, like over here maybe, like right there. Because honestly, this piece here kind of bothers me. It's like this big flat thing, and I'm not even sure what it is. So maybe if I overlap it like right here. Yeah, I kind of like that. So, or right there. No, let's put it right there. But let's darken it up a bunch, so it's not so distracting. There we go. I like that. So let's go back to me, the best part. And I just want to try one thing. It might not look right. It might look dumb, but let me just try this. I'm gonna just try to add this war paint to myself. And I just want to see how it looks. Let's just try it out. So I'm just gonna roughly select the paint. Get that isolated. Go to our channels. Let's go to red. Turn up those lights. Turn on the darks. And I'm just gonna paint out the hair up here with white because I don't need it, and down here. And his eyeball. Alright, so. And just darken the blue up a little bit. Okay. That should make for a pretty good selection. So select inverse and copy that. And paste that in. Let's go to me. Just roughly put it where it wasn't the guy. Luckily, I have a beard and so did he, so it all works out. Let's mask it off from behind the bandana. Is that too much? That might be too much. The war paint might be too much. I might not keep the war paint. It was an experiment. I didn't know if it would work or not. I'm kind of leaning towards, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. I'll leave it on there. I might take it off in the next video. The next video should probably be the last because we're just about done here. I want to add some more details to my character, and then I'm going to do some color corrections and some color tweaking, but then we'll be done, and that'll be it. So, one more video, and it'll be all finished. So take care.